All right, for the lab, the relative strength of acids, I have uploaded a data file that has pictures of what these different indicators look like with various compounds, as well as pH paper strips with the various compounds on them. So I wanted to explain how to use this pH indicator chart. You'll be using it to look at the lab, and you also need to use it for the pre-lab. So my example here, so this chart I've put, if you look over here on the side, it tells you where the pH changes are, basically. And then I put that on the chart just for easy reference for you. All of my pictures are in this order, so thymol blue, then methyl orange, then methyl red, then bromethymol blue, just to make it as straightforward as possible. So here's how I would do it. You can see down at the bottom of the screen here, I have what the different indicators would look like for a random compound. So if thymol blue is yellow, that's what that color is supposed to be, that means my range is 2.8 to 8.0, which is a pretty wide range. But the fact that my methyl orange is also yellow tells me that my lower limit is not 2.8, it is now 4.4. My upper range is still the 8.0 because if it was above that, my thymol blue would be green. Methyl red is orange, which means my range is now narrowed down to between 4.4, so that stays the same, and 6.2 instead of 8.0. So I can write to 6.2. And then my final one, my bromethymol blue is also yellow, which means instead of 6.2, it is 6.0. So you can see with these indicators, I can narrow my range down to about 1.5 pH units. And then using the pH paper, hopefully you can narrow it down even more. Sometimes the pH paper and the indicators don't 100% agree, like you might be off a little bit. If that happens, you can use your judgment to, you're going to write both of them down, but then in the questions at the end of the lab, it says use what you think is most accurate, and it is up to you if you want to use. So, for example, here I would average 4.4 and 6.0 together to get an average of 5.2, and then my range plus or minus, 6 minus 5.2 is 0.8. So that would be what I would get from my indicator, 5.2 plus or minus 0.8. And again, that was just averaging 4.4 and 6.0 together, and then the range extends me to the ends of what I determined the range to be. And like I said, for the questions, you can either use the average or what you determined from the pH paper. It is up to you.